Welcome, my friends, to another episode of This Old Rectory. Much excitement for you today as we meet our construction manager, Paul Clausen, and our famous congregant kitchen crew, headed by Ann Cadigan. Now, we've spent weeks and weeks tearing apart this building, looking for any trouble that we need to fix. And best of all, we have our permit in hand from the city after weeks and weeks of bureaucratic mayhem. So let's get started. Let's go find Paul. Come with me. Paul? Paul?
Yeah!
Whoa!
Hello?
Oh, there you are.
Here.
With all the work you've got to do, are you living here now?
Oh, not yet.
Okay, well listen, come on down.
All right, I'll see you.
Folks, I'd like you to meet Paul Clausen, our construction manager. Paul is a licensed architect, and he began his career in 1985. He's worked on many projects. Most familiar to you would be the construction of the Pritzker Pavilion. He's worked on buildings of all sorts, but I'm sure the challenge of this rectory may truly stump him. So, Paul, I understand we actually have a city permit now.
We do have a permit, as you can see, and we're very excited about that because there's a lot of effort that goes into getting this.
Yes, and we're going to have Reverend Rutledge bless it, I believe, as well.
This is probably a really good idea.
All right, now, Paul, you and I have lined up about 20 contractors for all phases of this work. Are you sure you want to let them in?
Well, if we don't, we won't get the work done.
Well, tell us briefly about them. What are their challenges going to be?
Well, I would say we're replacing an awful lot of windows, and that in itself is a challenge. An old building like this, the plaster that's crumbling, which is a challenge for us to understand how to repair it or replace it in the case of the room upstairs, or even all the woodwork and refinishing the doors. We've got a lot of challenges. We have a new beam we're putting down in the basement, which is going to be a little tricky to get a big beam in and out.
Oh boy, I wonder if we should quit right now?
Well, I don't think so.
All
We've
right.
gone too far for that.
Now, are these guys qualified and ready to lift their hammers and wood? Are they ready to go?
Well, you bet they are. We've done the best we can to make sure that they were.
Yeah, we've got a lot of the people that have worked for us before, I know that. And you found really good ones to help us with this project. So when do you think we'll actually get started then?
Well, my hope would be by the time anybody actually watches this video, that we'll be well on our way.
Wonderful. That's excellent. Thank you, Paul. You and I will be seeing a lot more of each other, I know.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm making you that offer again. You want to move in here?
Oh, no, I have a place to live. Thank you very much.
You're missing out on something. You take care. Thank you.
Thanks.
We planned this kitchen to take care of the preparation of food, eating, clearing, and some food preservation.
Hello? Yes! Come on over.
Folks, here are our kitchen Tsarina and her henchmen. A weighty combination of interior designers and professional chefs. Ann Cadigan, Dale Patton, and Chet Kelly. Let's see how they're going to drag this kitchen out of the 1980s.
Hi, everyone. So we have exciting plans for the kitchen. If you have attended any of the holiday parties here or the stewardship dinners, you will know that this kitchen is the heart of the rectory. It is the center of where we all come together to entertain and be entertained, and it is perhaps not the beautiful space that it could be. It's a little sad, it's a little old, and it is not honestly a functional kitchen in terms of, it's not all that it could be. So I have here two fellow parishioners, both of whom are professionally trained chefs, who are giving incredibly great insight to help us make this kitchen beautiful and functional. We have Dale and Chet here, and also Jennifer Christie, who's operating the camera, and we are all putting our heads together to do some exciting things here in the kitchen. Do you guys want to share a little bit?
I know one thing. I know Suzanne and Tracy just love to entertain and they love to cook.
Yes.
And even Julia Child couldn't pull off a party from this kitchen.
Yes. So we have some of the great ideas. Let me tell you exactly where we are with the kitchen so far. We have obtained multiple quotes on new cabinetry, new countertops, and we have met with the architect who has been an incredibly biggest expert on how we might lay this out to make it as functional as possible. So in some places we are simply upgrading the kitchen, upgrading the cabinetries, and then in one spot in particular, which I'll show you, we are actually going to do a little bit of architectural zhuzhing to make the space work a little better. In some, we're updating the cabinets, but right behind us, right here, is the door. And we are going to be moving this door over so that there is a better way to get into the kitchen. And the real purpose of that is that it will allow us here to have a better layout for the stove. So that is the big change that's going to be happening in this kitchen. Any thoughts?
It's going to be great because it's going to be easier to cook and entertain in the kitchen once we get it going.
It is indeed. So more to come, but we are excited to keep everybody updated as to where we are.
Well, that's it for now, folks. And even though we are a church, all hell's going to break loose in the Rectory soon. But we'll take you along every step of the way until we meet again.